Okay, so today we're moving on to 5-2. We're going to use linear equations in slope-intercept form. Who can tell me quickly what is slope-intercept form? Y equals, say loud, mx plus b, where the m is the slope and the b is the y-intercept. Okay, what are my two formulas for slope over here to the left? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And what's my other one? Rise over run. If you need the steps to find b, you can get them from your notes from yesterday. I'm not going to make you write the steps all over again. Okay? But who can tell me what was step 1? Find the slope. What was step 2? Plug in your slope and your coordinates for y, x, and m, and then solve for b. Yes? Okay, so look at what's new today. Today we're going to write an equation, except today we're not going to be given 2 coordinates. We're going to be given 1 coordinate and 1 slope. So why is stat not going to work? Because I have to have what to use stat? I have to have at least 2 coordinates. Now, let's say you got to the EOC and your mind is you just can't do it. You can't figure it out. You could take grid paper, yes? You could plot this point and you could use your slope to rise up and run over to get another coordinate, yes? And then you could technically use stat from there, but you have to have 2 coordinates. So tonight on your assignment, you must show your work. So here we go. Step 1 was to find the slope. Do I need to do step 1? Why? They already gave it to me. All right, step 2 was to plug it in. So I'm going to write just y equals mx plus b. I'm going to plug in everything I know for every part of this equation except the b, because that's what I'm solving for. All right, so what is this -1? What's the 3? And what's the -4? M. So I'm going to go plug in these numbers. So I have 3 equals -4 times -1 plus b. And I'm going to continue my equation over here so that I have room. 3 equals, what is -4 times -1? +4 plus b. How am I going to get b by itself? Subtract 4. So I have -1 equals b. Now do I have an m and a b to write my equation? Okay, please remember that when you write your equation in y equals mx plus b, your final answer should have a number in the m spot for slope and a number in the b spot for y-intercept, but the y and x should be y and x. You should not have a number there. All right, so who can write this equation for me? -4x plus -1. What's another way I could write this? -1. Very good. All right, let's do one more together, then you'll do the next one on your own. All right, what is this 6? What is this 3? And what is this -2? M. So I'm going to, in y equals mx plus b, I am going to go plug in those 3 numbers. So I have 3 equals -2 times 6 plus b. What is -2 times 6? So I have 3 equals -12 plus b. How am I going to get the b by itself? Plus 12. Okay, am I done? So what do I have to do now? I actually have to write the equation. So what is my equation? Very good. Y equals negative 2x plus 15. All right, you guys are going to try the next one on your own. Great, most of you got it right. I don't think I saw anybody who missed it. So you should have done 7 equals negative 5 times negative 4 plus b. That's 7 equals 20 plus b. Subtract 20 and you got negative 13, correct? So I have y equals negative 5x minus 13 or plus negative 13. Very good. All right, the next part. Tell me what's different about it. So 2 coordinates. So this time I have to find the slope first. Now, what can I do on this part to guarantee I get my answer correct? I can use my stat button in my calculator. Am I supposed to show my work on my homework? Am I going to grade it if you don't show your work? No. So if you didn't show your work on last night's homework, you need to get it out of the box at the end of class and fix it before we grade it tomorrow, or I'm not grading it. Got it?
Wait, if you didn't show work.
If you didn't show work. I told you guys yesterday we're not using the stat button except to check our work. I don't know why y'all are acting shocked.
Well,
If you did it on a separate sheet of paper, you can staple it to the back. Do y'all not remember me saying that?
No,
Did,
you said maybe.
I even wrote the steps, and I said, step 5, check it with the stat button.
Oh, yeah.
You said we could use that on the work.
Absolutely, to check your answer.
Well, I didn't.
Okay.
Half of it I showed my work. It was just
Okay, well, you might want to get it before we grade it tomorrow. Okay? All right, here we go. First step, I need to find the slope. So what's the slope formula? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, somebody set it up for me. 2 minus negative 2. Do not forget that double negative because the subtraction sign is coming from the formula. All right, in your calculator or in your head, you got what, negative 6 over 4? Is that correct? What does that simplify to? Negative 3 halves. All right, so my slope is negative 3 halves. All right, now I basically have the same problem that I just had at the top, correct? So which one of these coordinates do y'all want to use?
negative. The 5.
The first one? All right, so I have 5 equals negative 3 halves times x. Well, what is x? Negative 2 plus b. All right, 5 equals, what's a negative times a negative? A positive, and what's going to happen with these 2's? They're just going to cancel out, and I'm going to be left with 3. All right, how am I going to get b by itself? Minus 3. So I have 2 equals b. All right, write the equation for me. Ooh, negative 3 over 2.
Oh.
X. If you leave the x, it's wrong because that's your rate. I mean, that's your slope. It's your independent variable. All right, next one. What do I have to do first? Find the slope. So somebody set it up for me. Good. Negative 4 minus 0 is negative 4, and 2 minus 3 is? So what's my slope? My slope is 4. All right, which coordinate do y'all want to use? First one, because there's no negatives, yes? All right, Leslie, set it up for me. The equation with this point in it. So in y equals mx plus b, I want you to plug in the x, the y, and the m.
0 equals 4 times 3.
Perfect. 0 equals 4 times 3 plus b. So 0 equals 12 plus b. How am I going to get b by itself? Subtract 12, and I get b equals negative 12. All right, Gabby, write my formula. Write my equation.
Y equals 4x plus negative 12 or minus?
Perfect. Plus negative 12 or minus 12. All right, let's stop and review how to check your answer in your calculator. Since most of you did your homework like that, you should already know, but there's a few of us who did it correctly. You should go to Stat, Edit, enter 3 and 2, and 0 and negative 4. Now what? Stat, Calc, 4. Okay, did I get it correct? All right. The next one you're going to do on your own. Find the slope first. Check your answer with mine once you get it. Did everybody get a slope of 3 and a y-intercept of 1? Yes? Can I move on? All right, the next part, what are these called? What form are they in? F of x, which is function form. Okay, so what does this number represent? The x, so that's 2, comma, what is this? The y. 2, comma 4, and negative 2, comma, negative 8. Can I check my answers in stat? Do I have to do it by hand? Yes. All right, find the slope. Somebody set up the slope for me. Go ahead, Jackson. How am I going to find the slope?
So, -8 minus 4 is -2 minus 2.
Good. Which comes out to, because that's what, -12 over -4, which is 3. All right, which coordinate do y'all want to use? Because they are? Yes. Will I get the same answer if I use the other one? Yes. All right, so I have 4 equals 3 times 2 plus b. 4 equals 6 plus b. And how am I going to get rid of 6? Minus 6. So what is b? -2. Oops. Somebody write my equation. Good. Okay, do the next one on your own. Remember on slope, if you want to do it all at once in your calculator, you can use your alpha y equals button. Or you can do it in 2 parts, it doesn't matter. How many were questioning if it was right or wrong because it was too similar to the last answer?
Nope.
No? Y'all were good? All right, so what was your slope? 3. And which coordinate did you use? All right, so you had 8 equals 3 times 2 plus b. That's going to be 6. You're going to subtract 8 minus 2, and you're going to get, 8 minus 6 is 2, so b is 2. Y equals? Okay. Do we need to do another one?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Yes, one person said yes. Let's do it.
Bro, who said that?
Because we need extra practice.
You're always gonna be like that. I need to stop it.
Do it on your own. Check it with mine. Be careful when you write your equation. Make sure you're putting the slope in the slope spot. How'd we do? Good? All right, flip to the word problems. Now, think about what we've learned today, because these are the type of word problems you're going to see on your assignment. What has been given to us to solve?
The slope.
The slope and?
The y-intercept.
No, we had to solve one coordinate, right? So slope and one coordinate. And then in some cases, what was given to us? 2 coordinates. So when you're reading these word problems, it's going to be given to you one of those ways. Does that make sense? Because that's what we learned today. All right. So the first problem says your gym membership costs $33 per month after an initial membership fee. Did it tell you the initial fee?
No.
So what do you think we're going to be solving for?
Point and a coordinate.
What are we going to be solving for? The initial fee, the B. Okay? What is this right here?
Rate.
The rate. And rate means? All right, so my M is 33. Does everybody agree?
C.
Then it says you paid a total of $228 after 6 months. What did they just give you?
The x coordinate.
A coordinate. Do y'all see this is a coordinate? This is an x. This is a y. So my coordinate is 6, 228. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that gives the total cost as a function of the length of your gym membership in months. All right, they already gave me the slope, so what's my next step going to be? Plug it in, right? All right, so what's my y? 228 equals, what's my m? Times, what's my x? Plus b. 33 times 6 is 198. And how am I going to solve for b? Subtract 198. So b is 30. So am I done? Did I finish that part? What did it ask me to do? So y equals 33x plus 30. Find the total cost after 9 months. What am I going to do with the 9? Plug it in for x. So 33 times 9 plus 30, which is $327. Okay, look at the last example. I want you to think before you answer. One racer paid $125 for 5 races. A second racer paid $170 for 8 races. What did they give you? 2 coordinates. Do y'all see the difference? All right, so write the coordinates down. Which one of these is the x and which one is the y?
Races is the x.
How do you know? Because cost is always a y. Does that make sense? All right, so 5, 125 and 8, 170. In order to write an equation, I need an m and a b, a y-intercept. All right, so slope formula, 170 minus 125 over 8 minus 5, what do you get? 15. All right, which coordinate do we want to use? All right, so 125 equals 15 times 5 plus b. 125 equals 75 plus b. Subtract 75, what do y'all get? 50. All right, am I done? Why am I not done? I have to write the equation. Y equals 15x plus 50. Part B, how much does the track membership cost? What is it asking for? The B. That's your initial fee. It's asking for the B. So what did we get? $50. How much is the entry fee per race? Did y'all hear that word right there? The per, what is it asking for? The rate. So it's 15. Everybody have one? So put your name here. Are y'all ready for what you're going to do?
Everything. I agree.
You're No. You're going to do, on side A, you're going to do 1 through 6. Why do I want y'all to do 1 through 6? Look at it. Nope. Because it's today's lesson. You cannot use stat on 1 through 6.
Can I give her a
Okay? Now, if you do anything else on the front, it'll be extra credit. Did y'all hear me?
Wait, we're only doing 6?
Hold on. If you do anything else on the front, it will be extra credit. Turn to the back. You must show your work because you can't use stat.
This is where we do everything.
The back, you're going to do everything for a grade except 17. It's really, really hard. So 17 might be extra credit. Okay, if you look at number 16 on the back, I want y'all to tell me, what did they give you? Did they give you slope and a point, or did they give you 2 points?
2 points. Slope and a point.
So tell me, what's the slope?
2.
No.
11, 14. 3 hours.
I'm on number 16 on the back.
Oh. And then minus 2 points.
Okay, it's 2 points, but let's look at it. The first point is 211, but the second point is deceiving. So y'all read it and tell me if you can figure it out.
3:14.
Nope.
14.
Nope.
You're lying. It's 2.
Grant got it.
5, 11, 14. 5, 14.
Why is it
3
5:14?
plus 5.
It says 3 hours later, talking about from 2. So my second point is
5.
5:14.
Okay, now I'm going to
Yeah. When you do number 18, be careful. When it's talking about years from 1990 to 2002, you're going to do points, but 1990 would be 0, because that's the starting year. 1991 would be 1. 1992 would be. Does that make sense? So when you're making your points, you're counting from 1990. All right, get busy.